Jerry Sanchez, Vidal Coco Rodriguez, actor, pop rocker, and dancer, and also legendary pioneer Mick Sojak from K-Day and a bunch of other projects, including The Movement, DJ Hayes. Please welcome them. Thank you. Jerry, I have to say, I really dig what your project. I really dig. Go ahead and move the mic over if you need a little closer. Why? What was it that drove you to do this here?
Thanks for that. It was really dear to me, just remembering, growing up in the 80s, the whole era. I was a big fan, and I was part of the whole dance movement then, as a young man.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Elysian Valley near Dodger Stadium.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, as a kid, we, when they say street dancers, I mean, we literally did that, and, even though I wasn't one of the most talented ones, but I got to experience it, and, hit Chinatown, wishing well with all the tourists, make a little change, hop on the bus, go to Venice Beach or Hollywood Highland to be exact.
And you've had some screening, and how's the response?
Well, I had a private one and a test screening, and I'm going to have another private screening. But the test screening that we had in November went really well, and I was very happy with it, because I wasn't, up until the point, the very day of, I really didn't feel I was completely ready. But it's been taking me a number of years now, and I wanted to share it. I wanted to show people something,
And how has this, now, I mean, you brought together a lot of, like I said earlier, a lot of the lords or the godfathers of the movement of the West Coast popping or pop rocker movement. I'm not sure what this, there's so many different dances. That must have been quite an endeavor to bring them all together, was it?
Well, yeah, in the beginning it certainly was a challenge, and I was able to get a few of them through, word of mouth and some friends that I knew, some pioneer guys that I grew up with that put me in contact, and we hit a lot of the local rec centers and events that were going on, and there wasn't that many at the time, and they're, around 2002, through MySpace and later Facebook, I was able to connect with a few more, and many of them were just blessings. I mean, I dreamed of locating Coco and maybe shrimp and taco and some of the really big...
Which you did. They're all in the film.
Exactly.
And a bunch more.
Essentially, what this film is, I nearly have most of the cast that first appeared in Breaking and Entering, which was before Breaking.
Okay.
It was a documentary that was produced in the early 80s. So this film pretty much has a lot of the same guys 30 years later, so we're able to catch up with them as they share their stories.
Right. And Coco,
Yeah.
So when Jerry approached you, I mean, was it like the ghost from the past, or what was it like? I mean,
well, it was a challenge at first for me to even open the door for anybody to be part of my world, my back in the day world, or whatever. But
and excuse me, did that ever end, or have you always continue to dance?
No. Unfortunately, after the movies and few shows I would appear in.
A few?
And I had
a whole lot.
Yeah, well.
You came out on a whole bunch of videos, 2 movies.
Yes, I did a number of things.
David Lee Roth video, Highway to Heaven,
yes.
on NBC, Solid Gold, the Gap Band. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, actually,
you're humble, Holmes.
Thank you. Well, I just had to take a break due to, personal family issues that were going on at the time that were completely out of my control. But growing up, being a young man, trying to be a man, I had to step away and kind of get back to my family and try to live a normal life and try to change things on a different way, besides being, famous and rich.
So tell me about back then, when because I remember seeing you, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I mean,
oh, same here.
It really is a pleasure to meet you. I remember seeing the movies. You were the little guy that just tore it up.
He's still a little guy.
He's still a little guy.
And he still tears it up.
That's DJ Hayes making his mark on a twin top, as he does everywhere. But yeah, I mean, how was that? I mean, did they just find you, say, this guy's cute, or did you like go to a casting call? And all
Well,
that?
no, actually, I started dancing when I was 4 years old. So from 4 to, and I actually made the movie when I was 7. So from 4 to 7, I actually literally danced on every street corner of Los Angeles and Sacramento and San Diego, and a bunch of us did. So a lot of the kids that you've seen in the movie, we grew up together and we danced together on the street corners for change and coins, and you know, some did it for clothes, some did it for other reasons, but you know, I was out there to feed my family. So
At such a young age?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So, but besides that, it wasn't like you went to a casting call. The time Breaking came out, the streets already knew who were the best dancers.
Indeed.
And, well, fortunately for me, I was a baby still, so besides me having my skill better than a lot of adults, I was cute, you know, as a kid,
Yeah.
so that made it a little better.
It's like me and my brother, we're twins, so we're capitalizing on it.
There you go, there.
Why not? DJ Hayes, Carl Gilkey, did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
Now I wanted to ask, you know, what, I remember the days of 1580, was it 1580 K-Day?
Yes.
The mix jock, I mean, that time when that was like the pioneering time. It was not only, you know, it was when it was new to everybody. So everybody was tuning in like on Friday night or Saturday night to hear how you were mixing or other jocks like you. What came first, the chicken or the egg? In other words, the mix jock or the dancer, or vice versa, or how did that synergize?
I say for me, it was the music. I started hearing, you know, my uncles and aunties, they were dancing to the funk and soul and stuff like that. So I kind of was picking up some of those steps. However, when like electro funk and all that started to come out, I went straight to the dancing. And K-Day was the station that was the first hip hop radio station in the country.
Okay.
So they were playing like Egyptian Lover and Planet Rock and stuff like that, and I loved that sound. It sounded so futuristic, and I just knew right then, like, I want to do this. I want to dance like a robot.
Right, and you are a dancer indeed as well, and also a recording artist. I think, what's the name of the band? The Movement is one of them, and then you still, by yourself, solo, you do a lot of other, featuring other artists as well. But, so, I mean, how did, Jerry, you know, when talking with all the elements and all the artists in here, is there, I mean, how did you see that they have, are they participating with this, like, wholeheartedly? Are they embracing it?
Yeah, that's a great question. The majority of them are. Some of them, you know, they have other careers already. They're established. You know, two of them are police officers, and others have other ventures or, you know, business things that they run. You know, so, but you know, people like Coco or Hayes and Jekyll and Wave-O-Matic and Playboy Eddie and Mike Chambers, Booby Shrimp, you know, they've been very supportive. You know, they've been proactive, and you know, they're still very much active in their dancing. So I appreciate all their help. And
DJ, I'm guessing, I don't know. I mean, being a dancer and performer like Coco here, but then being also kind of on the wheels of steel.